Hi, you twos. Big congratulations to all of you. We are very impressed with the amount of planning, effort, and thought that went into creating your communities for your DBL projects. We're all very proud of you. And this week for DBL, we'll be finishing off our learning about communities. So I'm just going to share my screen and go through the slides with you. Okay, so as you've become accustomed to seeing this particular slide, make sure you take a photo of that work and send it to your LA. Our learning intention and success criteria. So the first one is I can explain why the church is important to our community. I will be successful when I can list and explain reasons why our church is an essential place and service in our community. During your presentations, we asked you a very similar question, so we just want you to elaborate on that. And then the second lesson is I'm learning to self assess and reflect. And we've done this a few times in class where we've used a rubric or we've used our success criteria to give feedback to someone else or ourselves. We're going to give feedback to ourselves. I will be successful when I can use the success criteria from my DBL project to assess and reflect upon my work. So, lesson one. There are some questions here. So, during your DBL presentation, you were asked why you think the church is important to the community. These are your questions. Why do you think the church is an essential part of the community? What purpose does it serve to our community? List and explain. Why do you think people go to church? Now, there's no right or wrong answers here. It's what you think. With this second question here, I want you to think about it this way. When you put a Woolies or a Coles in your DBL community, why? Why did you put it in there? Well, one of the reasons is we have our Woolies or our Coles or our Aldi so we can go buy food. Okay, so it serves a purpose, the same as the church. So we would like you in your RE book to write the title, to write the question and the answer in a full sentence, and then draw a picture of one of the purposes of the church serves in our community. Okay, so these are your questions there. Take a photo of that and send it to your LA. Okay, lesson two. This here are all the success criteria from your DBL project. So from week 3, when we sent out your DBL slides about creating this particular project, these are all the success criteria. This is what you're going to use to reflect upon and give yourself feedback. Okay, so plan the community using the curious and creative dispositions. Draw a draft of my community, include a variety of important components, people, places, support services that make a community, and you all did a great job with that. Construct a 2D or 3D presentation of your community. Articulate how you used your creative thinking to solve problems and present your community to a group of people. Okay, that's what we're reflecting upon. Okay, so in your DBL book, you will need to write each of the success criteria from that slide and then rate yourself a 1, 2, or 3 stars. So 1 star is I could have done better. 2 stars is I'm happy with my effort. 3 stars is I worked beyond my personal best. So I've got an example here. I've written the success criteria, which is the first one, and I've given myself 2 stars. That's an example for you. This part's really important. It is important that you think about each success criteria and be honest with yourself. Self-reflection is a great way to set future goals and acknowledge the great effort and work you have accomplished. It's very easy for us to think, yes, I think I've done 3 stars for everything, which some of you might. If you score yourself, say, a 2 star, you've got that opportunity for thinking, wow, what could I have done better? Okay, there's nothing wrong in scoring yourself a 1 star if that's what you honestly think. It's a great way to set future goals for yourself. Do that in your DBL book. And that's it for your DBL slides. this week. So we hope that you have a great week. We are so looking forward to seeing you back at school very shortly. Happy learning.